Today, everyone, I'm putting a very special person in the hot seat. My husband, Kim.
Oh, it is pretty hot in here. Thank you, ma'am.
And I don't think he's just talking about me. How did your life change when you became a husband?
When I became a husband, okay, so up until that point for the last decade, I was a single parent living in a little daddy-daughter family. So when I became a husband, when I got married to Chey, all of a sudden I didn't have to, I no longer got to focus my attention and time and energy on one woman, but now there were two women in my life that I got to love on. At first I found that it was like a conscious little battle or assignment, not a battle, an assignment. It's just something that I always wanted to be clear about, because like I said, I had been living with this little girl for like a decade almost, and I didn't want her to feel resentful towards Chey or be jealous or like finding it competition. So I always was very mindful, I feel, about how to treat her, how to approach her, how to spend time with her. But at the same time, of course, I had to make sure that my not just newlywed wife, just the love of my life, that she's happy and fulfilled and yeah.
No pressure.
Like that.
It's a lot to juggle there. Question 2. How did parenting your daughter change when you got married?
Parenting my daughter changed. I feel like there's a multifaceted question, or at least a multi-layered answer. Because number one, I would say I didn't have to be a mom and dad no more. Before I had to be the mom and the dad. I had to paint nails and play with dolls and braid hairs and all that stuff. And now I didn't have to do that no more. So I could more fully embrace like the dad side of me, I think. Number one. Number two, I would say what I did not see coming, I feel, is I remember when it was just me and Billie in here, I always thought, well, Billie, your future husband is going to thank me for prepping you so well. And then all of a sudden a woman comes to live with us, and whether I wanted to or not, there was feedback coming from angles. And so, okay, maybe there were other things that I didn't. I wasn't as conscious about, like certain values, certain habits, say for instance food or health or whatever. So all of a sudden I was like, oh shoot, I have to up my game. But I gladly did so, because it in the end it benefits Billie and her future and her entire life. Is that an answer to your question, my love?
I'll accept it. All right, Mr. Clayman, your last 2 final questions of today are, what was something that surprised you, and what was something that was harder than you thought when you got married?
Surprised me harder than I thought. Okay. What was harder, what I didn't see coming, is that I knew when I was dating Cheyenne, I knew that it wasn't just me, and I had to let her know that she's not just marrying me, but there's like this little half girly girl side part of me that she's also marrying into. And I feel like I try to explain or make clear to her that it's not just me, it's like this package, I come like in a package deal. But what I didn't see coming at that point was that, yeah, Billie also has a mom, and she's also involved. So for instance, when we were making plans for a weekend or a romantic Saturday evening, just the two of us, and we get a phone call and plans get cancelled, appointments get annulled, and then dang, it's not just Billie, but there's like this other external thing that's also in our marriage, a part of our marriage, yet not. I felt that was harder than I could have anticipated at the time. But what surprised me, maybe backside, frontside, is that when Chey and I would talk, when you and I would talk about that stuff, is that of course we would get how do you say that, our expectations, and then we're, how do you say that, bumped?
Yeah.
Is that a way to say it?
Yeah.
Like, oh shoot, we can't go to, and then we would talk about it, and when we would talk about the situation, what are factors, and how come, and now what we do, and now what we deal. And I think what surprised me the most, not just in those moments, but just in general, is that I now found someone, or someone found me, who I can come to terms with, come to the same page, like we can come together, we can understand, communicate fairly, respectfully, honest and open and clear, no grudges, no bad feelings there. Okay, and this is us.
I am surprised by that answer. And I love you for it.
I can sometimes surprise
you. You do, and I'm going to come kiss you for it.
Yes, please.